is the evening of May 5th, 1942, and reports from the war in the Pacific have been seen all around the world. The Japanese fleet carrier has been sunk. After months of Japanese domination hitting the home front, there is finally good news, as IJN Kaga was confirmed sunk by Task Force 22 and her brave sailors and airmen near Tarawa. Between the Doolittle raid of Tokyo just a few weeks ago and the sinking of Kaga, morale back home has never been higher since the start of the war. Allied naval forces find themselves in the driver's seat of this theater currently, and they must do anything they can to continue applying pressure to the mighty Japanese Navy. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our War on the Sea campaign here inside the Pacific Theater mod. We are coming off of one of our most exciting episodes, as last time out we, as the intro said, managed to sink IJN Kaga, one of the toughest Japanese carriers that they can field, and Task Force 22, and more specifically the SBD Dauntlesses of Task Force 22, did quick work of bombing her deck and sending her to the bottom of the sea. Since the sinking of Kaga, things still went pretty well for us. We had a run-in with some Japanese battleships that bombarded Tarawa. We were sent back down to a level 1 airfield here, but we still have the ability to defend ourselves. Wake Island is continuing to get supplies as well. We'll start shuffling stuff between the two islands and building these air bases up, as well as probably starting to build up a port here in Tarawa. And even down here, we had success as Task Force 13 got their first kills. Their air wing was pretty successful. We did lose quite a few Wildcats, but they did their job, protected the Dauntlesses, and we got out pretty unscathed. 15 Wildcats is kind of a high number, but I think we can live with it for the time being. However, at the very end of last episode, we did get hit by this little group of planes here. Task Force 13 is unable to launch planes, unfortunately. So we cannot defend ourselves with our own air power, so we're just going to have to take what they have and deal with it. And there we go. There's the encounter. Weather is broken. Sea state of 5. Shouldn't quite be dark yet, but we will just have to manage without planes, and hopefully our ships can protect themselves. Make sure we're all good on our formation, which it does appear so. Alright. Here we are. Weather is pretty clear. Here is Hornet. We are going to get her moving at a strong 33 knots. And it looks like we have... Oh. Here I was worried. We have 8 Jakes. With what? 250, 200-pounder bombs each. That's not too bad. They're going to fly right over Enterprise. She is pretty decent AA. I don't know if we're going to shoot any of them down, but we sure are going to break. And we're going to get Hornet moving. Trying to evade. There we go, 1 aircraft down. Hornet does take a little bit of damage, all minor. First 3 are shot down. Those guys might not even be going for Hornet. Who just got hit? Enterprise. They went after Enterprise. Wow. Minor flooding on Enterprise. She should be okay. Hornet is quite a maneuverable ship. Enterprise hit again. We have a black cell. Oh, we got them. We got a lot of them. Alright, well, we are going to just get everyone slowed to a halt here, just so we don't have any accidents. Well, after doing all of those repairs, we still get out with moderate damage and a minor flooding. It's really just a couple pieces, a couple cells with no armor, and that one black cell that's flooded. Hopefully we don't get targeted here. We'll go ahead and kind of shuffle back west and just try to avoid those planes. Okay, not as bad of a start as I was expecting. I assumed those were fighters, but sometimes we get wrong reports, so as long as they weren't dive bombers, that would have been really bad. But they weren't, so we get out pretty unscathed, and as long as these don't catch us, not worried about the float plane, but the rest of those fighters, and I just want to make sure. Yeah, we can't for another 7 hours, so we are pretty stuck. We might actually be able to get these kitty hawks up, and let's get them moved over. Those 3 kitty hawks will be better than nothing in case that group hits us. We have more planes coming in as well, so and an encounter with the kitty hawks. All right, let's take a look. On these guys got into torpedo bombers. Those worried me a little bit, but hopefully our kitty hawks can do quick work. We got something smoking up here, and of course it's one of ours. Well, we are all dogfighting. We already lost 1 kitty hawk. We need to bring the dogfighting closer to the task force. Obviously this isn't working. I don't know why this one's just shooting. We already lost 2. Alright, you need to just come this way. Come this way, draw them in towards the task force, and then we'll spin around. We'll go ahead and drop down as well. Get nice and low. I have to save 1 for the torpedo bombers. They scare me more than these bombers. You know, regular ones. Back up to like a 250. I think these are all locked on our plane as well, so as long as, there we go. There we go. Get her spun back around, back into the middle of the task force. Oh, she got 1 shot down. Now just to avoid the rest. Woo! They are hot on our tail. Have to bring them back around again. Just keep them in range. Go ahead and drop low. Climb, 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 climb. Stay alive, Kitty Hawk, stay alive. Oh my gosh. Drop back down, drop back down. We are smoking. Flying right over Hornet. Oh, don't crash into Hornet, please. There we go. I think that's all of them. Alright. Those other ones may have left the field, actually. Because we had them picked up on radar already, so we might not have to worry about them. Alright, we have targets spotted low to the water, and we are going to do what the Kitty Hawk does best. Just swoop in and go get these guys. Avoid all rear gunners. We can't lose this Kitty Hawk without shooting all of these down, because these torpedo bombers actually scare me. Go ahead and open fire. There's 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. 1 left. Go and get them. Alright, we're just going to get lined up here and just open fire. We're going to waste all this ammo. Did not take long. Down it goes. And once again, the Kitty Hawks prove very, very clutch. This is 2 videos now. This is the 2nd time we've had them come up really clutch for us. Let's go ahead and take our leave. Check out this report. So yeah, 2 did flee. We shoot down 18. We lose 2. No damage done to any of our ships, I believe. And we're looking good. Let's get out of here. Alright, so we have neutralized the Japanese air wing in this area, hopefully, for the time being. Maybe I spoke too soon. Dive bombers heading in. Oh my goodness, they are sending everything they have. I don't know if we avoid these. We have 1 damaged Kitty Hawk for cap. Oh, so lucky. Are they going to get us on the way back? There goes our Kitty Hawk. She gets back out just in time. We may have just slipped by. Kitty Hawk goes away for night, and they don't. They're all just sitting down here, even though it's dark. We move out west, come south, and then loop back around. We'll take it. We avoid disaster. Those dive bombers could have done some damage. All right, we're gonna patrol here, and hopefully no more close calls. So I will see you guys when something interesting happens. All right, more planes have slipped through our defenses, and we have yet another encounter. We do have cap up. We have 8 wildcats, so we should be a-okay. But we will head in just in case. I saw Wasp had minor damage. She's okay. Or Hornet, sorry. Hornet had minor damage. She's okay. Just some minor armor, I think. Yeah. I think these are just the 2 torpedo bombers that fled the field in the last one. They came back, so 8 wildcats should definitely be more than enough. We will make quick work. Alright, here we go. Just hopefully one pass, shoot them both down, and we will get out of here. Yep, there they go. Alright. Let's get out of here. 2 aircraft shot down. No losses for us. All the same on damage, and we are back. Alright, hopefully something more interesting will be the next time I see you guys. Alright, well, I pressed play for 2 seconds, and we're hit by another group of planes. I don't know where they came from. We didn't pick them up on Port Moresby or Milne Bay radar. They must have just slipped right through. But they are here, and we still have our 8 wildcats. And let's go get them. Lots of air action in today's episode. Let's see what we got. 2 of these little... I don't know what these are. What are these? They're not Zeros, but they're also not dive bombers. Fairly certain they are land-based aircraft, though. I'm not sure what they are, though. Let me know in the comments what these things are. Wildcats are racing to intercept. Should be another fairly quick endeavor here. Oh, yeah, these guys will maneuver, though, so... might take a little bit longer to get some shots lined up. I thought we could hook them. Nope, but we do get them there. Alright, let's get this guy nice and quick. He's lined up on our 6. Nope, okay. There we go. Got him smoking. We are missing terribly. Straighten out, straighten out. Come back around. There we go. Alright. 2 more shot down. No danger of getting hit by him. Let's just do a nice little flyover of our task force. They look great. Alright, and let's carry on. 2 more shot down. Everything else the same. Alright. Again, let's hope for something a little more exciting for the next encounter. Well, just as I was getting ready to come back for Task Force 77, who has made it to Tarawa, I look away for 2 seconds, and we have another encounter. Dive bombers from somewhere with Task Force 13. So they are really hogging the spotlight today. Let's hop in and take a look. Hornet must have really stirred up the Hornet's nest, because they are gunning for her pretty good here. Looks like just 3 planes again, another... These are considered dive bombers. That's interesting. But yeah, we'll make quick work of these and get back out to the world map. Hopefully they stop with these little tiny encounters slowing us up. They have dropped to the deck. Our Wildcats are zooming in. Should be a very quick 1, 2, and 3. Well, there's 2. And there's 3. Beautiful. Nothing else on radar, so we are going to get out of here. 3 shot down, and let's carry on. And there's our 41 weekly command points. And let's go ahead, hop over here, and we are going to unload Task Force 77, who is just filled with supplies and engineering. I don't think the unload cargo, all cargo button works for the engineering. There we go. You just have to spam it. We still have more. Alright, and let's take a look at Tarawa. Absolutely loaded up on engineering. We can go ahead and get a level 1 port. And let's start heading back. We're going to have to get a oiler or two in here so we can also get some oil moving. And I believe all three of our task forces, all three of our convoys are headed back to Midway. Let's take a look at Wake. We can spread some troops and supply out there, but we've kind of refilled our supplies back here. We need to get working on this fuel situation. We also desperately need to get fuel and engineering, or at least just a ship that can carry those back down here into the Solomons. So that will be our goal for the rest of this episode, is getting something moving down south. Alright, we have an encounter. We can't... They got so close. How did they do that? We didn't find them until right here. We didn't pick them up. If we encountered them at our normal area of like out here, we would have had just enough time to get some air up. That's... wow. Another radar failure for the Allies. And this is kind of scary. We might be in trouble here. I mean, they might bombard, destroy our airfield, and land troops enough to take this, so we might be in trouble here. I guess we'll just wait and find out. Let's watch. I do have a question, too. So I was recently watching another War on the Sea video from another smaller... Yep, they do bombard. And they land. Oh, not good, not good, not good. Come morning, they're going to be right up in here somewhere. So we are going to go after these guys. But I was watching another War on the Sea video from another smaller creator. And I saw that every time it hit... I don't know if they were playing with mods. I didn't really watch the video that much. I just kind of... I watched a little bit of it, checked it out. But I saw every time that the clock hit 5 and air operations were available, all of their ports that they owned, all of their airfields, automatically sent out scout planes. And I don't know if their task forces did that as well, but I at least saw it from all of their airfields. And I was wondering if that's a normal mechanic in the game. Does anyone know? I've never seen that, and that would be so useful. I've always thought this game, it just needs a couple of quality of life adjustments, and that's one of them. I think if there was like an automatic, search grid that you could set up to start, at every possible moment with your scout planes, I think that'd be great. But I don't know if that's a mechanic in the game or if it's a mod. I'm not sure, but I did see it, so I thought I'd ask. We're going to go ahead. We're going to get all Wildcats up. We are going to get all Dauntlesses up. And because there was a battleship, we're going to go... You guys told me last time, should go with armor piercing. So we are going to go with armor piercing, even though it's a little overkill for the carrier, but that is okay. We're going to go with armor piercing for the battleship. We have 544 nautical miles of range, and we are going to go that direction. There we go. This is our big group too. Yes, Dauntlesses found them. Wildcats. All right. I don't know if the Wildcats will spawn in. I doubt these Dauntlesses will, but we found them. Let's hit them hard. Weather is very rough. I don't see anything. They are back to our right. Here we go. Take a look. See if we do have... We got a heavy cruiser. We do have a seaplane carrier. What is this? It's a really interesting looking ship. Alright, we have to strike fast before that seaplane tender has its planes up. Heavy cruiser as ship 1. This is probably another type of heavy cruiser at ship 2. They do have air. Light cruisers, targets here. Alright, I'm going to say our main targets are those things. the 2 heavy cruisers and the seaplane tender. So real quick, before we get intercepted, at least it's just a Jake that's up. We might shoot that down. Let me get a strike planned out now that we have visual on all of their ships, and except for this destroyer, that's okay. But yeah, let me get a strike planned out, and we'll be back in just a second. Alright, strike is planned. We have, I think, 10 going after the heavy cruiser. We have another 5 or 6 going after this guy. We have another 5 going after this guy. And then we have, I think, 3 going after the light cruiser. I'm not worried about the merchant ships. They already did their job. So let's go and just try and take out the bigger ships here. It looks like we already have this. Jake is smoking. We are diving down on the target. Bombs are away. Armor-piercing bombs this time. And massive, massive hits. Oh my goodness. I love the dive bombers. They are so good. Bombs away over there on that target. 3 hits. 3 good hits. Bombs away on the light cruiser, all misses, and the seaplane tender is all that's left. Here's our run. We lose 1. Bombs are away. 3 hits there, a couple more, a lot more, wow. And there we go. Go ahead and form up. And we are climbing and getting out of here. A fantastic strike from our dive bombers. Fires are ablaze. Every target but this light cruiser got hit very hard. Very interested to know what ship this is. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like a heavy cruiser. Ah, here we go. It is a light cruiser. Okay. Some big guns on it. I guess it only has 2 turrets though. I wonder if this has... It does. This has Jake's. Very interesting. Alright. Well, we lose contact, but fires are erupted along our 3 major targets. This heavy cruiser is not looking good. That light cruiser got hit quite a few times. I can't imagine that she's doing alright. Not taking on nearly as much water as our heavy cruiser friend here, and the seaplane tender is the only one still moving. It makes me think she didn't take that much damage. We did see, was it last episode we hit one of these? They're kind of tanky. They're pretty bulky. Alright, well, we're just going to fast forward and hope that one of these at least goes down. I think the heavy cruiser looks the worst. Oh, alright, well, I guess we left the area, so I didn't get to watch, continue watching. The heavy and the light cruiser both handled their fires. The only one left on fire was the seaplane tender. And I guess we're just going to have to hope that she gets scuttled. And she does not. That heavy cruiser was on critical damage, heavy flooding, heavy and moderate. And that light cruiser escapes with just minor damage, no flooding. And we lose 3 aircraft, so not the greatest of strikes, but that heavy cruiser is going to have to go home at the very least. Alright, we know we are like right on top of them. We only have 3 and they're semi-armor piercing bombs, so I can't imagine them doing a ton. What we can do is this and launch some Avengers. And let's get the Wildcats to protect them instead. And see if we can't pick them up. We get intercepted by some planes. Wow. Alright, well, we have to do this first. Alright, well, that encounter was a dud. There were no fighters. I sat in it for a while, and they just never showed up. So I wasn't dealing with it. And we're here. There they are. Okay, ignore. Turn the Avengers around. Get down here. Dauntlesses are about to go home. Wildcats, Wildcats, please, please, turn around. Alright, we're going to go tactical, and we know they're right there. And our Wildcats should be in. And there they are. We are right on top of them. So we need to real quick form up and get moving top speed and move away. And we are going to form up all of our Wildcats as well. And just get them kind of moving down this way. Alright, our heavy cruiser friend is moving at a solid 5 knots. Let's take a look at our light cruiser friend, 12. And this guy's moving at 9. So this heavy cruiser is going to be a really easy target. And I'm going to have the Wildcats swoop in on all of these little guys. We have the extra firepower. Let's go for the 3 transports and try to handle them. I'm not going to worry about the destroyers. But they have air up. Doggone it. We've got to hit the deck and make our strikes now. Doesn't look like a whole lot of zeros, at least. And we have quite a few Avengers. One is down. Need to get more south here for the strike. We've lost 3 Avengers thus far. Alright, we have 3 heading for the light cruiser, 3 heading for the seaplane carrier, and I am taking 3. And we are going to go hit this heavy cruiser. We are actually going to go line ahead, form up, open doors. Let's get in here and just hit this guy. Everything we've got. He's moving a solid 5 knots. Go ahead, torpedoes away. We lose 1. Climb. Get out of here. Torpedoes in the water. Ship 3, not looking good. Here we go, heavy cruiser. Oh, we got the light cruiser. I don't know who's getting hit, but we're hitting duds. 3 on the heavy cruiser. Yes, and the heavy cruiser's going down. Light cruiser. Where's the seaplane tender? Oh, we hit this guy. Did I pick the wrong ship? We are probably going to lose all of our Avengers because now all of a sudden there's Jakes on the field. And our Wildcats are busy over here. I don't want our Wildcats flying back over the convoy. That's just asking for trouble. We're going to watch Ship 9 burn for as long as possible. The heavy cruiser is down, and we'll catch back up at the after-action report. Alright, all fires have been extinguished. We still have a bit of an air battle. Alright, well, heavy cruiser is sunk, 13,000 tons. Seaplane tender in critical condition, and light cruiser also in heavy damage. Minor flooding though, so they're not looking at too bad. And minor damage on the light cruiser, minor damage and flooding on that little merchant guy. I'm assuming he got hit by a plane that got shot down. We lose 19 planes. I believe that's 16 of our Avengers, our entire Avenger wing. We shoot down 5 of theirs, 3 command points gained. We will take it, I suppose. Not sure if that was really a worth trade. I mean, we still have our Dauntlesses. We'll still have a good few of our Wildcats, but 19, I think. We'll have pretty much all of our Wildcats, or Dauntlesses, well, 32. So, I mean, still very capable air wing, just not what I was looking for. Alright, yet another air battle, and we can't launch aircraft. Task Force 13 will just have to fend for themselves again. However, we've had a lot of action, and this recording is just under an hour, so I feel like I should end it here. I don't want to make another 40-minute video. That was not my intention with the last one. It just had a little more than I thought. So we're going to end it here before this one ends up a 50-minute video, and we will do this encounter in the next one in episode 16. So thank you guys so much for watching another episode of this campaign. I greatly appreciate all of the support and comments that you guys leave on the videos. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment on the video. I would greatly appreciate it. And with all of that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.